What up? What up? What up, social media family? It's your boy, big brother, little brother. It just depends on the situation. But it's your boy, Noble Alexander in the building. How y'all doing? How y'all doing out here today? First and foremost, before we want to open up, we want to start off by saying, Hotep, Shalom, salam alaikum, peace and blessings. Ashe, ashe, ashe. What's up? Hoo-hoo-hoo. What's up, y'all? What's up? I don't know why this still says the Shadow World. This is not the Shadow World episode. I don't know what this is. It's completely irritating, but it is not the Shadow World, okay? This is a new season update, all right? New season update. How y'all been? I've been great. Y'all miss me? I miss y'all. Good. Hold on now. Y'all miss your boy, your brother, your big brother, little brother, just depending on the situation. I miss y'all. Full disclosure before we jump into tonight's episode. Okay. This is the I'll Slap the Sin sending you episode. The slaps that we'll be giving here and at any point on this show, it is not a slap of disrespect. This is not a slap of violence. This is a slap to wake you up. You know, we got this thing right here up in this area in our forehead. It's called a pineal gland. So this is to get your pineal gland going a little bit, wake you up, whether you agree or disagree, just to kind of give you, something else to think about from another perspective. That's all. If you disagree, fine. That's fine with me. If you agree, that's fine with me too. But just know, I will slap the sense in you. And we back, baby. We back. Okay, okay. What she say? Back in action? Yes, sir. We back in action. Yes, Catrice. We are back in action. That's what we doing. Okay. So since I've been off, we had a whole bunch of stuff going down. Okay. We got new presidents. They tried to blackball my boy Shador Sanders. He's a quarterback, played for the Colorado Buffalo. He was drafted into the NFL, and he should have been like the second pick in the draft as far as quarterbacks, and they didn't draft him until fifth or sixth round. So he lost some money for that, but I'm sure he's gonna come back with a vengeance. And I'm not a Cleveland Browns fan. Shador, I'm not a Cleveland Browns fan, but I might get me a Shador Sanders jersey. I'm saying? Shout out and salute to Shador Sanders, man. Handle your business, man. As long as you go out there, perform, and do what you do, brother, it don't matter what they say. But tonight, we got a lot to talk about. I mean, we got Trump, we got P. Diddy, we got Tory Lanez. Free Tory Lanez. I'm going to say it right now. Free Tory Lanez. I'm going to say it one more time. Free Tory Lanez. Can we get Tory Lanez out of jail, man? Can we get the brother out? Because this is ridiculous, man. This is ridiculous. But before we get to Tory Lanez, I'm going to start off briefly by talking about Donald Trump. Why? Fifth round. Yeah, that fifth round. I didn't like that. Yeah, that fifth round. Yeah, T. He should have been drafted way higher than that. He really should have been second quarterback. I'm not mad at Cam Ward going number one, but I mean, shit, he better than Dylan Gabriel. He's better than Jackson Dart. He's better than a lot of cats that got drafted. You know what I mean? So, yeah, T. Yeah, I'm with you on that. Fifth round, I wasn't a big fan of it. But you know, I'm Raider Nation all day. You know, I roll with the Rams too, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and bust me out of Cleveland Browns jersey, Shedeur Sanders. You know, just to support my brother because they tried to do him dirty. And real quick, this is what I believe happened. This is the update new season episode, so we're gonna be talking about a lot of different things. So we can talk about whatever we want today. This is what I believe happened because his daddy kept saying he wasn't going to allow his son to play for any team. And I feel that he told his son, yeah, go in there with certain teams that you don't like, give a crappy interview. Don't go in there and just give them the best. You know, go in there and intentionally mess it up. That's just my personal opinion. So those teams hate it and they spread the word. But what we have to also do is remember that most teams didn't need a quarterback. It was there's only less than 10 teams that needed a quarterback. So that's why some teams did pass up on him. A lot of teams passed him because they didn't need a quarterback. I mean, they already got that guy for the future or what they presume to be the future. So there's a lot of people that passed up on Shedeur, but the rumors about him not being focused and not being committed, that came through because he intentionally went in and had a bad interview so they wouldn't draft him, following the instructions of his father, who is Deion Sanders, prime time, baby, prime time, right? And with that being said, they just hated on him. So, like I said, probably more than likely, I'm definitely going to get me a Shedeur Sanders jersey. And I'm going to support my boy, Shedeur Sanders. Not a Cleveland Browns fan, but I'm going to support Shedeur Sanders. Now, back to what I was saying about Mr. Donald Trump, because that's where I'm going to start tonight's episode. So, why am I doing this? Because, so right now, Trump is like letting in a lot of people from South Africa. Come on over here, right? See, and we just been through this, right? So we had the situation and still got it right now where they're getting a lot of illegal immigrants out of here. You know, but people that they call asylum seekers. I know they always get creative with these words to try to manipulate you psychologically. You know, but asylum seekers are not, when you come over here illegally, you have committed a crime. Period, point blank. Period. But it's funny to me, like, okay, so wait a minute. You got these people that are asylum seekers and they've come to America for a better life. And not to say all, because they got a lot of people from China, a lot of people from Afghanistan, a lot of people from rival nations that don't like America, and they let them over here. And that's just real talk too, under the Biden administration. But then now you let these South Africans come over here, and people are scratching their head like, well, wait a minute, WTF with all caps. Like, what the, you know what I mean? Like, how you gonna let them over here and you had an issue with all these other peoples over here? And you know what? I gotta kind of agree with that. I do. I gotta agree with that. I know some people like, whoa, they shocked. They like, whoa, no, but wait a minute. I thought you cast your vote for the boy. I did because I was tired of having life not normal. I did because I don't care what a person's sexual preference is. What you do in your bedroom is your business. But I believe in leaving the kids alone. I believe that men should not be able to compete in women's sports and identify as being a woman. I don't think that they should send males to prison, females prisons, and talking about because he identifies, but then he's going in there getting women pregnant. I don't believe in that. I don't believe in just teaching this stuff, alternative lifestyles, the kindergarten classrooms. I just believe that just goes too far. And so, therefore, that's something that, one of those are some key things when it comes to nature. I'm always going to roll with nature. I'm not going against nature and what makes sense. Okay, I'm not going to do that. But the bottom line is, with this situation, I'm like, I don't know. I was kind of feeling some type of way when I saw it. I'm like, hey, yo, Trump, why are you letting all these South Africans in here? Then I had to think about it. People like, see, he's racist. I don't know. I mean, Elon is from South Africa. He's his boy. And, of course, naturally, when you make business deals, He like, hey, look, you do this for me, I'll do this for you. Simple as that. I can't say I wouldn't necessarily do the same thing if I said to myself, hey, I'm gonna design a system, help you audit the federal government. I'm gonna do this and do this for you. This is what I need from you on the back end, right? I can't say I wouldn't have brokered that same type of deal. I don't know. I wasn't there. I'm just saying from a business standpoint, there's a lot of things that go on in business that, we overlook. And that is his boy. And uh there's a lot of business that goes with it. But the thing is, it's like the South Africans, how do I feel about them? Do I feel sorry for them? Not really. Sorry. If I have any Caucasian followers following and listen up, I am not racist, but I'm a fair one though, and I believe in fair ones. I grew up in the '80s, so I'm an '80s baby, so I believe in fair ones and all type of stuff, right? So for me, knowing the history of Europe, the what they call Afrikaners, that's what they call the South Africans, Afrikaners, right? They're Dutch, they're European, and you're not native to that continent and especially that land. And the people that they're actually going over there to save are people that are farmers. So they've been getting kind of touched up a little bit because over there they like, we taking it back. They're like, we taking it back over here. I saw a couple of videos where some black South Africans, and they like, why y'all running? Come get this fade. You came over here because you got to realize, like the white South Africans, they're really only like 7% of the population, but then they own like 85 to 90% of the farmland over there. So, I at the end of the day, if people wake up and be like, you're not even from here, you came over here and you took this land through bloodshed and apartheid. I'm not saying that I support that type of stuff, but I mean, you just got to be real about the situation. You just got to be real about the situation. I don't know. I can't even say I'm really mad at people taking back their stuff, because somebody come take my stuff, I might take it back too. So with that being said, I'm against that one, Trump. I can't roll with you on that one, big dog. It's just not really a good look. It's just really not. Because you know why, too? Because there's a lot of... Because I heard Trump, what he said. He was like, well, I'm helping them because there's a lot of people in South Africa that, are going through some issues. People is getting them up out of here. And so I'm like, well, what about all the people in the Congo? What about all the people in Sudan? You don't want to talk about that. Like, what about all the people in the Congo and Sudan, bro? I mean, it's a lot of people in the Congo and Sudan, hundreds of thousands, even millions of people that have been unalived, and you haven't brought them over here for asylum. And I don't want to necessarily put all that on Trump, because that's been going on for years prior. Trump, I'm talking about through the Obama, President Biden administration, the Obama administration. I mean, it goes back. So I don't want to just put that on Trump, but at the same time, again, you're so concerned about these people and them being unalive, but what about all the people in the Congo and Sudan who's being unalive way more than those farmers that's being unalive in South Africa? And you are reluctant to bring them over here and give them citizenship and allow them to be asylum seekers or whatever you want to call this shit, right? And you're not doing that. So hey, yo, Trump, come here real quick. You know what show this is? The first slap is back, baby. The second slap is back. I will slap the sense in you. You cannot sit up here and tell people that it's okay to go after and give asylum and allow them to be refugees, but these Sudan people in the Congo, they over here getting massacred, hundreds of thousands to the millions, and you're yet to come over here and do and say anything about it. You haven't addressed it. No president has. You're not giving them again the citizenship. I think that's foul, bro. I think that's a little foul. I'm not really a big fan of it. I'm really not a big fan of it. But at the same time, I do know that Elon's your boy, and he's from South Africa. So I'm pretty sure he vouched for his people, as he should, from a business standpoint that I'm talking about only. I'm pretty sure he vouched for his people as he should. And considering that Elon his boy and Elon has put in a lot of work for him, he looked out for him. He threw him a lifeline. That's just business. And for those that conduct business, you know exactly what I'm talking about, right? It's just that simple. What we got over here? What's the topic? So Daniela, the topic is today. It's an update, okay? We having random topics. However, we're definitely gonna talk about. I just talked about Trump, so I'm pretty much done with that. We finna get on some Tory Lanez, and we gonna get on some Diddy. What's up, T? She laughing. That's right, T. We slap him over here. Like I said, this slap ain't a slap of disrespect. We just want to slap the sense into people because some people, it's not about slapping the shit out of you. It's about slapping the sense into you, waking up your brain, getting your third eye going. Good grief. It's a lot of people out here, zombies, and they just walking dead. They don't think for themselves at all, nothing whatsoever. They strictly go off what mainstream media and what somebody else is telling them. They don't do their own homework at all. So we want to enlighten the people. And just give them a little different, something else to think about. Whether you agree or disagree, I'm still your brother, whether I'm your big brother or your little brother. It just depends on the situation, right? Right. Moving on into other news. Tory Lanez. Free Tory Lanez. Can I get a free Tory Lanez, man? Hey, listen here. Hey, we got a free Tory Lanez. That's cold. Nope. Nope. So what's happening with Tory Lanez? Who is Tory Lanez for those who don't know? So Tory Lanez is an R&B artist, right? He was dating another hip hop artist named Megan Thee Stallion, right? Okay. And there was an altercation one evening, and there were some shots fired, and Megan Thee Stallion got hit, and Tory Lanez took the fall for it. Okay. There were some other people there at the time when it happened. And so now the bodyguard of, I guess, the Megan Thee Stallion's friend, I believe her name was Kelsey or something like that. He just recently came out because he was there and he was like, nah, he didn't even shoot her. Tory Lanez didn't even shoot her. So as a result of that incident, Tory Lanez was convicted. Excuse me. Tory Lanez was convicted and sentenced to 10 years in prison. Okay. So, bro, if you're a Tory Lanez fan and you wonder, where's Tory Lanez? Da-da-da. If you're sleeping under a rock, Tory Lanez has been incarcerated. Okay. And they gave him a 10-year sentence. However, this new information coming out is very fascinating. And then when you dive into it, there was a lot of things that like the I guess the bodyguard who was there for Kelsey, he wasn't even allowed to testify. And it's just like, how you don't let him testify and he's there? I mean, are you mad at Tory Lanez for not going to one of the freak offs and giving it up, getting his cheeks clapped so they can hold it against him? Is that what it was? Because he was clearly like some type of sacrifice. Like, what was up with Tory Lanez? Why y'all want Tory Lanez so bad? Like, what did he do? What did he do? Okay, but I'm gonna say free Tory Lanez again because it's not right that they didn't even go through the proper channels and protocols to truly convict this brother, man. And then right after, here's something fascinating, which I'm sure everyone knows. Right after the bodyguard of Megan Thee Stallion's friend who was there on the scene, he's saying that actually she the one shot Megan because they got into it about something, whatever it is, I don't know. Just do your homework and find out, right? Just pretend I'm lying. I don't know what I'm talking about. Just do a little digging, right? So, losing my train of thought. Sorry. Nonetheless, when the bodyguard came out and all of the new evidence that's coming to light now, all of a sudden Tory Lanez gets stabbed up 14 times in prison, like a couple of days after he gets stabbed up 14 times. Now, you know, I know some people like to say, well, he's a prisoner and things happen in prison. But you know what? I don't believe in coincidences. Come here. Come here. Let me talk to you for a minute. For those who feel like, well, that was just a coincidence. Come here. I will slap the sense in you. That is a hellified fucking coincidence that the moment that evidence comes out, all of a sudden, Tory Lanez gets stabbed up 14 times. Both his lungs, stabbed the boy in his face. I mean, the dude was trying to get Tory Lanez out of here, and he just didn't die. Okay, it wasn't in the Most High's plan, the ancestors, the divine spirits, whatever you subscribe to. It wasn't in the plan for him to exit this side of this realm, right? So, me personally, I don't believe in coincidences. I do not believe in coincidences. I believe that they like, oh shit, the new evidence came out, so they're gonna have to retrial it or something gonna happen to where they're gonna have to let my boy go. And they was like, you know what, before we do that, let's just go ahead and chip him off and then, you know what I mean, get him on up out of here. Like I said, whatever Tory Lanez did, man, I don't know if it's the freak offs he didn't attend. I don't know, but they want Tory Lanez up out of here. Maybe they couldn't get him in a compromising position to where they can blackmail him, and he's out here standing strong, and and then come to find out, so there's a lot of people and a lot of women. I don't know why the fuck they doing this. So supposedly, allegedly, they started a GoFundMe for the dude that stabbed Tory Lanez. And I'm sitting here like, what? They started a GoFundMe for the dude that stabbed Tory Lanez. He's a Hispanic dude. Okay, he's a lifer. So I don't even know why the fuck they even had Tory Lanez locked up with a lifer anyway. Tory Lanez is an entertainer, bro. He's a musician. He ain't about that life. He does R&B. Ain't too many R&B artists out here just super thugging it like that. I know they like to try to portray that role, but stop it. There ain't no way in hell you should have had Tory Lanez by no damn lifers. But they did, right? Okay. Sounds a little Jeffrey Epstein-ish to me a little bit. You know, if you understand the details about that one, how they got Jeffrey Epstein up out of here, allegedly. But it just that don't sit well with me. I'm like, damn, hold on. So wait a minute. Y'all starting a GoFundMe for the dude that stabbed Tory Lanez? And they like, oh yeah, we started a GoFundMe. Like, he's a lifer, right? You know he's a lifer? As a matter of fact, come here. Let me talk to you for a minute. For all you motherfuckers that's like, because there was people that say, oh, he's a hero and he's this and he's that. I'm not bashing all females or women or nothing like that, but it is some real serious man-hating people out here in this world that it's ridiculous. So let me talk to you for a minute. Come here. I will slap the sense in you. Do you know that individual that you started this GoFundMe for, do you know that he's a lifer? Do you know what he's in there for? Let your brother do it for you. This individual is in custody serving a life sentence because not only is he a pedophile for dating a 13-year-old, but this same individual that stabbed Tory Lanez, that you people out here celebrating like, oh, he's a hero and we glad he almost died and shit, which is atrocious. It's disgusting. Not only was he dating a girl that was 13 years old, That same individual got an argument. He got into a argument with that girl who's 13 years old because she didn't want to deal with him no more, and he shot her in the face and unalived her. Come here. Ah! I will slap the sense in you. How the hell you start a GoFundMe page for some shit like that? How you talking about he a hero? So was he a hero when he was having relations with a 13-year-old female? Was he a hero when he shot her in the face and unalived her? I'm confused. I don't know. Maybe I'm stupid and I'm dumb. I'm a little slow. Help me understand how he's a hero. Help me understand how the dude that stabbed Tory Lanez is a hero after he was sleeping with a 13-year-old and then unalived the girl when she didn't want to deal with him no more, and he shot her directly in the face. That's why he got life, and he's a hero. I'm just trying to figure this shit out. Is it that much hate towards men that it's like, just let them die, fuck them all, kill them? I don't understand. Like, I don't get that. I don't understand that mentality. I don't even understand celebrating and wishing death on people. Even when Kevin Samuels died, it's a lot of people that was celebrating the death of Kevin Samuels. No, ladies, I ain't trying to bash, but I'm just saying it's a lot of females that really, truly did celebrate the death of Kevin Samuels. And I'm like, but why? Because he was saying something that you probably didn't agree with? So just want him to die? Send him out of here? It's people on this side of this realm that deserve to get recycled up out of here. I don't think that was justifiable just because he may have said some things that you agreed or disagreed with. I don't know. I'm just not like that. Even when the situation when Trump took place and the assassination attempt, whether it was real or not, there was a lot of people like, I wish they would have got him. Like, are you serious? You really wish you would have witnessed the assassination? Let me be careful because they be tripping with these words. You really wish that they would have unalived a U.S. president or someone running for president? Like, I don't care. You don't have to take it that far. That just lets me know some people just, I don't know, maybe you haven't experienced that walk of life enough. Maybe you haven't lost enough loved ones or something, because anybody that has experienced the loss of loved ones, especially violently, you don't wish death on nobody because you know how that shit can go. You know how it can get. So that's the last thing you would. It's certain stuff you wouldn't wish on your worst enemy because you know how it can get. So it's like, I don't understand why y'all celebrating Tory Lanez. Hey, yo, Democratic Party, y'all have Megan Thee Stallion at your DNC, right? All I'm going to do is just tell you this. If the boy get free and all that stuff get overturned and y'all had her up there twerking and coming out representing for Kamala Harris, it's going to be a bad look for you because you went and got her. You could have got anybody else to come represent for y'all. But you did that. You went Megan Thee Stallion. And right now, I don't know. Megan ain't looking good. Free Tory Lanez. Free Tory Lanez. Got that. Free Tory Lanez. I'm just saying. There's new evidence. And it's looking like Mr. Lanez did not shoot her. In fact, when you look at the evidence, first of all, when there's a shooting, they run, I forgot the process, but they run a system for gunpowder and stuff. And there was none found on him. Nothing on his hands, nothing on his body, nothing. So it's like, well, if he shot her, how come he didn't have no gunpowder residue or anything on him? He shot her, but he didn't have no gunpowder. I mean, come here. I will slap the sense in. Like, you gotta have some type of sense. You just sitting up here hating on this man. I get it. You want to stick by a sister. I know it's this thing, believe all women. I get it. I'm not necessarily mad at that because there are some lot of little things that do happen to women, and it's not fair and it's not cool. However, there's a lot of situations where it's a lot of trifling people out here too, and they just be in it for the bread, the bank, getting money, doing all type of stuff for sacrificing people, man, all type of stuff, man. No. I don't know. It don't really. It ain't looking like he did it. It's not looking like he did it. So we need to free Tory Lanez, man, before they try to get him up out of here. Because that's a damn shame. That is a damn shame. The boy, when they tested the boy, he didn't even have no gunpowder residue on him. He didn't have it on his neck, his hands, nowhere, in his clothes, nothing. But he did it. According to who? And then she just came back out and said, made a statement saying it was him. So I'm just saying, the bodyguard said out his mouth, he can no longer live with this, and he was just not saying nothing because of the client that he was dealing with. And then on top of that, they really didn't even let him testify in the first place, which I find is weird. And there's a lot of other things that during the court process with the Tory Lanez trial that they didn't let be presented as evidence, which I find funny. This is why I keep saying, what did Tory Lanez do? What did he do, or what did he not do to where they felt like, oh, you didn't do what we asked you to do? Okay, we finna come and get you. And here we go with all of the situations, because this shit is really not making sense, right? On to other news, right? P. Diddy. God damn. The Diddler. P. Diddy. This, I don't know if y'all been keeping up with this stuff, but this P. Diddy situation is fucking out of control. I'm sorry, y'all. It's out of control. It's out of control. I don't even know where to start with it. I don't even know where to start with this situation, with this conversation. I don't know, y'all. I mean, let's see. You know what? First and foremost, as of yet, because we still got weeks until the trial, but I will say this: as of yet, it ain't been no evidence to show no type of RICO. What's the other one? This is evading me mentally right now. Cause somebody put it in the chat, please. It's the RICO, and it's another one. I think it starts with an H. I can't say it right now. I've been saying it all day, all week. Now all of a sudden, my brain is having I'm having a brain fart right now. But I don't see that right now. The evidence that has been shown is Diddy a freak? For sure. Yup. Big freak. Was he putting his hands on Cassidy? Yep. Yeah, he did that. For sure. Is he, homosexual? Yep. For sure. But none of that is like racketeering. Thank you. He got the racketeering and the RICO. Thank you, T. Appreciate you, right? Thus far, I haven't, and maybe, again, sometimes I'm slow, but I have not seen anything that would suggest him serving the rest of his life in the penitentiary. Maybe doing 12 to 60 months in prison. Okay. You might get that, but everything else thus far, I'm saying thus far, I don't see it. I'm still waiting on the racketeering and the RICO stuff. Like what? Show me the criminal organization stuff. Show me, this getting people up out of here stuff. I'm not a Diddy supporter. I'm not a Diddy defender. I'm just stating from what I see. Again, I'm not a Diddy supporter. I'm not a Diddy defender. I'm going to say it one more time because, you know, it's always somebody out there that want to come on and, oh, you sound like a shut up. I'm not a supporter or a defender. I'm just saying I am yet to see anything that would suggest that he did this racketeering or this RICO stuff. I mean, baby oil. You know, we know what he's doing with the baby oil and the other ingredient that he had. You know, that's for, you know, they was lubing up. You know what I'm saying? They was lubing up. You know what I'm saying? And he like Ben. So hey, they was, you know, they was, you know, they would had a lot of anal going on. Okay. He needs to go away for life. He's the devil. I mean, but why though? I mean, again, I'm not a Diddy supporter or defender. I'm just saying what has been presented besides being nasty as fuck, a homosexual, having freak off parties that last from 1 day to 4 days. I'm just saying, like, what, you know, what? I mean, what did he do? That's all I'm saying, Daniela. What did he do? What? Now, the domestic violence stuff, got him. No, got him. But again, that's not life. You don't get life for that. Okay? You don't get life for domestic violence. You just don't. Okay? I'm not saying that he was right for doing it or not. I'm just saying you don't get life for domestic violence. Trial just started. Yeah, you're right. Trial just started. And that's what I'm saying. It's still early. But as of right now, though, like I'm just saying, as of right now, they just showing that he's homo and he nasty in the mug, right? I mean, because they was, and I can't. And let me ask y'all this: people that's watching, type it in the chat. Don't be afraid. Did Cassie, was she with it or was she not? Was Cassie with this or was she not? Because I've been kind of following it, and I'm going to say this. I do understand that, you know, people can go through things, especially when they're young. And it's easy to take advantage of young people. It is. It really is. And I understand that sometimes it could be a shock to your subconscious and your psyche to have a man putting his hands on you, right? And I get that. I'm not in no way justifying it, saying it's okay, nothing. I'm just saying, did Cassie bring this on herself? Was she down with it or was she not? I mean, what do y'all think? We got a couple. Let me see what we got here. We got greetings, Mr. Muhammad. Absolutely. T, absolutely. Which way? That she has something to do with it, T? Or was she with it or she wasn't? The hard evidence shows she was, but she's denying it. I mean, there is definitely evidence that shows that she was with it. What else we got? She was all the way with it. Corey says she was all the way with it, but he took advantage of her with his power and fame. I'm with you on that. And her, power and fame and her youth. You know, took advantage of her wanting to get out there. This is what I keep saying. That's why I said, what did Tory Lanez do or didn't do? Like, who did he piss off? I'm sorry. Because it's like, it just seems like this shit could get bigger and bigger, you know, realistically. That's why I'm saying, okay, T say with it. Okay, T. Tony Muhammad said she was with it. Daniela says, honestly, I think she was good in the beginning. I think later she was not. Yeah, because, hey, look, Daniela, check this out, right? The evidence came out that for those that's following, remember they broke up at one point. Her and Diddy broke up, and she was with the dude that she's with now. And Diddy was like, "Oh, so let's let's rendezvous one more time. Let's get some closure." And he asked her, "You want to do one more freak off?" And then he asking her. So he's not telling her, he's asking her. And that doesn't sound like somebody controlling. We seen controlling like Mr. from Color Purple. Saying, telling Celie what to do. He asked her, "Would you like to do another freak off?" And her response, for somebody that's supposed to be so terrified of Diddy, so disgusted with Diddy, so cool on Diddy. I'm not gonna quote this word for word perfectly, but basically what her response was, I don't want to have a freak off for the last time or something. Let's do it like it was the first time. And I'm like, huh? The Scooby-Doo came out. I'm like, what? Huh? Do it like it's the first time, not the last time. I'm like, oh yeah, baby, you with this? Cause you was with your dude. You had left Diddy and you went your dude and you went to go rendezvous back with Diddy to get this so-called closure. You got some closure, all right? And you got your closure, right? And you didn't have to go back. Like if you felt like that, the way you trying to say you felt about Diddy, what did you go back for to get the closure? Then if I'm not mistaken, your dude hit you up and you talking to Diddy. Your dude hit you up, and while he hitting you up, you talking to him, and Diddy is getting in your guts or doing what he doing to you while you talking to your dude. None of that. See, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like you should have been cool on Diddy. I feel like you should have been like I'm not. Come here. This is. As a matter of fact, I know I'm not tripping. Come here. I will slap the sense into you, Cassie. If you cool on Diddy, why the hell did you say, yeah, we could do another freak off, but let it not be like the last time. Let us do it like it's the first time. Like, huh? I don't know. Let's check some of these comments out, right? Right? She said she was with it. David Richardson said she was still doing them. Yeah, she was. Catrice says, I'm mad she ended up going back to N, and she said he did. I can't use that word. I'm going to try to stay away from it. He took advantage of her. I do understand he has power and brainwash her to believe his love is love, but there is some accountability there that's absent on her. And what else we got on her end? You damn right about that. Where's the accountability? Good grief. What else we got? She had to do that to get off from up under him and marry her husband now. Oh, see, wait a minute. Hold on. She had to do it. No, she didn't have to do it. She did not have to do it. They got the messages, Daniela. Okay? They got the messages, Daniela. And again, if a dude hit you up and say, hey, you want to do one more? You see what I'm saying? Like, hey, you want to do one more freak off? And she like, you want to do like your last freak off? And she like, well, I don't want it to be like the last. Let's do it like it's the first one. Come on, Daniela. She didn't have to do that, right? Let's just keep it real. We know who Diddy is by now. We know what he about. But come on now. You can't say that was some BS right there, right? Let's keep reading. It was all about the money. Show me the money. You damn right it was all about the money, because she was supposed to go on tour prior to Diddy cutting that check. And he broke her off, and then she didn't go on tour no more. That's why the defense, if you following the defense, asked her. They said, did you go on tour after after he paid you? And she was like, no. Like, So you was getting ready to go on tour, but then when he broke you off, you was like, I ain't going on tour. Okay. What it say? She did say she put a lot of fear. He put a lot of fear in her. So there is that. She said he would have blown Kid Cudi car up while they were in it if she didn't break up with him. So he did end up blowing up his car. Did he pay for he wedding to him? Did he pay for he wedding to him? Daniela, you might want to rephrase what you're trying to say right now. I'm not really sure. This man and male escorts urinated in her mouth that resulted in mouth sores, UTIs, and infections. Obviously, wasn't that bad if she went back. Thank you. You see what I'm saying? Like, let's just be real, man. The girl had so many UTIs that antibiotics stopped working on her. That they couldn't even give her no more antibiotics. Like that's how bad it was. Like she was just getting, you know what I'm saying? Like she couldn't even the antibiotics couldn't even work on her. So this is what I'm saying. If you was getting just done up like this, which is, and they call it urinating golden showers, by the way. If people just golden showering you all day, all night, it's golden showering you in your mouth, golden showering you in your anal, golden showering you wherever they want to golden shower you at. Why are you just letting yourself go through this? Like, and you go back when you had the opportunity to leave, and you like, oh no, I want to do it like it's the first time. Like, oh no, I'm cool. I don't know, man. Like I said, Diddy is he's I don't even want to call him a freak because I don't think there's nothing wrong with spicing it up with certain stuff, when you in the bedroom. So I don't even want to call him that. I just think that I don't want to think. I know that certain shit goes too far with certain people, especially when they off coke, ecstasy, and a whole mollies and every damn thing else, you know. Do I believe in what they say, the conspiracy theories, the so-called conspiracy theories that people, male and females, engage in type of sex acts to get to advance in the music industry? Yeah, I do believe in that. As a matter of fact, it's not just the music industry. There's a lady that worked for ESPN. Her name is Joy Taylor. I don't know if y'all know who that is, but she's like a sports analyst, very attractive lady. And her name is Joy Taylor, and she worked with Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharpe and them. And she talked about, they got her saying that she was sleeping, I guess, with one of the execs or something, and she kind of had evidence of it and was going to use that against him so she could move up the ladder. And I do know that there are a lot of people who do things like that. They sleep with people or black male people and get them caught up in compromising situations to be like, aha, we got you now. So if you don't do what we say, we're going to show the world. We're going to tell this and tell that and blah, blah, blah this and blah, blah, blah that. I do know that does happen. I don't care what nobody say, especially in the music industry. Yes, for sure. Yes, it does. There's no way you could tell me somebody that was making $50,000 to $100,000 overnight, they shoot up to 50 plus millions as a millionaire. Like, how do you just do stuff like that without, it just, no. I don't care. I do believe in hard work. I do believe in having a network. You can work hard. You could be a part of a network. So a lot of people are part of different fraternities or sororities and all type of stuff. That doesn't mean that that's evil or nothing. So, but to go that high, that fast, it's the same thing with when they put these black men in dresses. That's what Cat Williams was talking about. That's what Eddie Griffin was talking about. Like, as soon as you put on that dress and you do certain stuff, boom, career shoots up. You don't want to do it. Next thing you know, you're not getting certain phone calls. You're not getting this. You're not getting that. I don't know. I do believe in that. I do personally. Now, that's something I do believe in. And I do believe that I do believe that Diddy, the Diddler, or whatever. And what the hell is a Diddy? Just, I'm sorry. I've never got it. Just what is a Diddy anyway? Like, no, seriously. Forget, I ain't talking about just Puffy. Like, what is a Diddy? What is a Diddy? By definition, can somebody please tell me what is a Diddy? I don't know what it is. Google it, look it up in Webster's, but what the is a Diddy? I never got it when he changed his name to that, okay? But nah, seriously, I do believe that people do, this is what they call sell their soul for fortune and fame, and I do, and I believe that this is why some people go crazy, like Justin Bieber, Kanye West. I believe that, people do things and they make these sacrifices and then next thing you know, they just mentally going crazy and they start saying stuff. And then then because the so-called powers that shouldn't be, I'm going to say it again, because of the so-called powers that shouldn't be, because they control, manipulate information, they get well, he's crazy and he's this. And maybe sometime they might be a little off the hinge, but you got to kind of see past the veil a little bit if you can and realize, like, what's really going on right here. This person wasn't this until this. So why now? I don't know. What else we got here? This man had male escort. Yeah, that's right. Very true. It's a different form of prostitution. Oh, for sure. Oh, for sure. It's definitely a different form of prostitution. And ladies, I'm talking to the ladies right now. Can y'all just do your big brother, your little brother a favor? Just do me a favor. Can y'all start holding people accountable? Like, no, seriously though. Start telling your friends and your family members when they 304s, like, yeah, that's some 304 stuff. You got a price on that thing? Because that you're sitting on, which is between your legs, is valuable because life comes from there. That's valuable. Everybody shouldn't be able to just have access to it just because they can pull out a band or some shit and just go like this. And you like, ooh, let me spread them like a field goal. Let me spread them. And the kick is up and it's good. Let me spread them like a field goal. I just don't feel like something that precious. That's just me, because I do have a daughter too. I wouldn't want her doing that. I would be disappointed in my daughter to find out that she was living a life like Cassie. Like, damn, baby, you letting men golden shower you? Where did I go wrong as a father? Where did I mess up? Like, what went wrong for you to feel like this is how you got to make it in life and this is okay? I must have messed up somewhere and I need to fix this ASAP because it's not okay. You're a human being. You're an adult. You're there's a lot of royalty comes through you. I mean, you push through. Life comes through you, comes through out of you. So I just don't see how any and everybody should be able to get access to that, just because he pulled out a bag, And I think, ladies, can y'all start promoting and telling people that's for those who are not with that, stand on y'all points, man. Speak up. Stop being afraid. Let them know, like, hey, that's not cool. I get it. He got a Lambo, and he's eating at Mastro's for lunch, and then going over there for dinner, just like Cassie. She met all of these people because of the lifestyle, but look what you sacrificed. Look what you go through because of that. Is it really worth it? Like, why not deal with a man that has integrity, that has morals, that has principles, that's not even going to think about putting his hands on you? Why not deal with a man that follows God, or has a connection with the universe, or is in tune with the ancestors or the divine spirits, whatever you subscribe to? Why not deal with that type of dude? Why does it always have to be, but he could pay my bills? Because these dudes can pay. These dudes out here that can pay your bills. fly you around, but that's not going to keep them from putting their hands on you. That's not going to keep them from golden showering you. That's not going to keep them from golden showering you, your mama, your friends, your sisters, and your cousins. They want to golden shower your whole clique. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not going to stop the mistreatment. Just because a dude got money, that doesn't mean that he's going to be genuinely into you. Does he even know your favorite color? Does he know your favorite restaurant, your favorite food, your favorite song, your favorite anything? Just ask them. For those that feel like, oh, well, I don't care. Okay, well then you giving yourself to somebody that don't care about you. Ask them, do they know your favorite color, your favorite song, your favorite restaurant, your favorite musician, your favorite anything? What are your likes and dislikes? Because that's something somebody that should know when they deeply into you. They should know your likes and dislikes and what you're about, what you represent, what you stand for. They should know your uprisings and your downsitters. I mean, damn. But it's just all about the money. And I'm telling you, this is the type of shit. To me, this is like a lesson at the same time for the world. Like, ladies, please. I mean, because look at him. Would y'all date Diddy? He got bread. He got enough bread to where he got so much money to where he done spent like $10 million on his defense team. Is it worth it? Is it worth it? I mean, comment in the chat. Let me know. Is it worth it? Is it really worth it? I don't know. I personally, I don't think so. I think I know for a fact there's nothing better than keeping your morals and your integrity and your principle and your sanity intact. Like, how do you wake up knowing that, okay, I went on the first date with a dude. He drives a Lambo. He fly me around the country. On the first date, he hit it. He hit it raw. He shot the club up. All on the first date, like, and you keep like, you do this? Like, how is that okay? Like, I don't understand. Like, I don't understand. Like, this stuff that we're listening to is disgusting. That's why Puff Daddy's kids had to walk out of the courtroom when they was hearing some of that shit. But they said Puff Daddy's kids was there and they had to walk out of the courtroom like, damn, my daddy done set up here. My daddy's sitting up here golden showering females. Then they talked about how he would get the escorts and they would release themselves on Cassie. Cassie would take the stuff, would take the protein. We're going to call it protein. Take the protein and rub it on Diddy's chest and his male genital area. Like, what? Like, hey, man, I don't know. I don't know, but all I know is this. Thus far, it's not a crime to be weird the way he is. It's definitely not a crime to be homosexual, because if it is, a lot of people right now should be in jail right now, then, if that's the case. The baby oil is not a crime. Now, putting hands on and all that, they got that, but how much time is he going to really do for that? But that's just as of right now. We'll see as the trial goes on what comes up, whether or not they, racketeering, RICO, are they able to, because RICO is criminal enterprise, so I wonder who else they going to implement in that stuff. The racketeering stuff. And then even with the racketeering, right, it was said that there was a guy that came up to Cassie doing some type of party, and he told her, I saw the video, one of your freak off videos. And she blew up on him like, oh, like, basically like, you better not show that video to nobody. If you do, you gonna get unalived, and I'm not gonna be the one to do it, but I'll have you unalived and this, that, and the other. So we know who she talking about that has the power to do that. You see what I'm saying? This is like, I don't know. They want to paint this picture like she's just so innocent, and she don't have nothing to do with it. I don't know. I'm a hold on. Let me take a pause to read some of these comments. Yes, and we have the ultimate power, high, in my opinion, but it becomes powerless when everyone can receive it. Yeah, you damn right. That's just crazy. Everybody shouldn't be able to get that. You should serve that one for the real ones, or people that's real enough, men that are real enough for you. Damn. Cassie wasn't doing half bad prior to Diddy. She was modeling for South Pole clothing when it was winning. Oh, I didn't know that. Wow, a lot is happening in the world. Antonio Monday. Corey says he already give her 20 million when she was first brought it up. Right. So I'm like, wait a minute. I thought he already paid her off not to say nothing. So how she get to come on here and talk all this stuff when she was already? Ain't that a violation right there? Listen, I'm not no lawyer, but I'm curious. If somebody know how is this possible, please comment in the chat. How in the hell can she do that? How can she do that? And she already signed all type of non this and that and got broke off. Like how? I'm I'm confused. Like how is this even possible? You know, but I mean again, we'll see. We'll see what the racket I know this. If it keep going like this and all they want to do is talk about how nasty and disgusting he is, which he is. No doubt about it. But if that's all they going to talk about, again, just like Tory Lanez, who did Diddy piss off? Why they coming after Diddy? Now, there's speculation they coming after Diddy because he was um, suing Ciroc because he had a partnership with, was it Ciroc or one of those alcohol companies that I think that's kind of ran by BlackRock, and they like, oh, you coming for us? We'll destroy you. And so now this is what all of this is. I mean, because I'm just trying to figure out because they had Homeland Security and people raid his house, and this is like, why y'all got Homeland Security raiding his house? And that whole scene didn't make sense. And what did they get out of that? They didn't find nothing but a gang of baby oil. I mean, it ain't like they found tons of pounds of birds and people in chains up under his house, and all type of firearms with the numbers sealed off, with shaved off. I mean, it wasn't none of that. So it's like, well, what was all of that for? That's why some people felt like, well, they was trying to get them tapes because he got a lot of people on tape, and they was coming to get them tapes. I could see that. I could believe that. I could believe that. Yes, sir. Once the drugs came into play, morals go out the window. Oh yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. That is a fact. I'm just saying, like, damn. And now they want. Oh, then he got the trafficking charges, but it's like I don't think they might have to try the trafficking with somebody else because I don't give a damn. There's enough evidence to show that Cassie was a willing participant. I don't give a damn. I don't think there's enough evidence to feel like he just drug her anywhere. I don't even like how you can even just pick up certain charges just because it has to be a little bit more detailed than that to me. I don't care. He already, what does it say? He already gave her 20 million when she first brung it up. Take me back to the 90s. Take me back to the 90s. All right, that's R. Kelly. He was golden showering Aaliyah. I don't know. I ain't saying it's funny, but going back to the 90s, I think it was still some, hey, Catrice, I think it was still some freak offs. We had R. Kelly back there and saying, what it say? Easy, she ain't scared no more. Yes. Like, I'm just saying, man, I don't know. I don't know. Hey, listen, we going to wait and see. We going to be a little patient, but as of right now, it could appear to be a witch hunt. And then also, correct me if I'm wrong. I don't mind being wrong. But to me, for a woman that's pregnant, that can have they keep talking about how she can have a baby at any time. I'm just like, well, why the hell you keep coming up here with these tight ass dresses on and showing your whole every inch and curve in your stomach, but you got these tight ass, like I'm used to seeing women that's pregnant that got like these nice dresses on, just like a nice gown or dress on that don't really, that's not showing everything. Like she's still showing stuff, and I'm just like, damn, like what, why? You know, why? Why'd you showing all that? Ain't you pregnant and stuff? I mean, damn, we get it. We know you pregnant. It's just, I don't know. I don't be liking the way she come dressed in the courtroom. Just, come on. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. And then personally, I don't know too, because I feel like for somebody who claims she was just so dramatized and tormented because of the situation, I feel like if you was that tormented, I don't know. I just know that there's a such thing as PTSD. There are men who go to prison that are, sexually assaulted, and they don't recover the same, when their manhood is taken from them. I know that there's females that were sexually assaulted as little girls, and this is why they may be a certain way in their adult life. I know that there's males that have been sexually assaulted, and this is why they are the way they are in their adult life. I don't know. I'm just saying, for somebody who's like, he consistently had me in freak offs for 4 days in a row. Everybody was shooting protein on my face and my chest and giving me golden showers. And I was getting pounded so much, that, I was getting UTIs every other week. And, my cookie jar was extremely sore. I don't know. I just, then it's like, you got a husband, y'all having a baby, but then this dude, come to find out, Diddy hired that dude to be your trainer. I don't know. I just feel like, wouldn't you want to break on relationships and dealing with people? I don't know. I just feel like, I don't know. I'm just saying. I'm just speaking from my perspective. I could be right, wrong, whatever. I'm just saying, like, I just feel like she shouldn't want to see nobody's eggplant for a long time. I feel like she should probably go a whole decade and not get no eggplant, not see no eggplant, not even want to be around an eggplant. Like, no, hell no. I mean, am I tripping? I'm not tripping, because I feel like if you was really done like that, like, you wouldn't even wanna. You'd be like, "Nah, I'm cool on dudes. I don't want no boyfriend. I'm cool. I ain't about to have laid up and have sex with you. I don't want no man. I don't want no husband. You ain't finna get me pregnant. None of that. I don't know. Maybe, like I said, maybe I'm wrong, or maybe I'm tripping. Maybe I'm reading too much into it. I don't know, but it just, I don't know. I don't know. Is Cassie Diddy's Ghislaine Maxwell? You know, uh, Ghislaine Giselle Maxwell, the Jeffrey Epstein's partner, the lady. Is she his version of that? I mean, I don't know. I just don't really see her not being a willing participant. I don't know. I think she was participating. There's a lot of evidence that shows that, you know, again, the main thing was when they were supposed to have closure from their breakup, and he asked her, he said, "Do you want to have another freak off?" He didn't tell her, like, "Hey, you going to have another freak off. Get your ass over here right now." He asked her, "Do you want to have another freak off?" And she said, "We can have a freak off, but I don't want it to be like the last time. I want it to be like it's the first time." So I think I'm done here. Me personally, when I hear that, I'm like, "Oh no, you a willing participant. I don't want to hear nothing you talking about. I don't want to hear that shit. You knew, you liked it, you were part of it, you had, and that's not all of the evidence. I just keep reiterating that fact. But for me, it's like, nah, I don't know. I don't know. Daniela says, hell no. Hell no, what? She was a victim at some point. She was a victim at some point, but how? Okay, based upon what? If you want to say the very, very beginning, maybe I could roll with you with that. But anything in the middle and after, I can't. She was a willing participant. She even said it herself. Like, how you a victim and you like, oh yeah, let me go back. Yeah, I want to have another freak off, but I want it to be like the first time. So you know what comes with the freak offs. You know how long the freak offs are. So if you tell Diddy, yeah, I want to have another freak off, then you in your mind you should already know I'm gonna be slobbing on cucumbers, eggplants, and doing all type of stuff for about 20 from 24 to 72 hours or more. I'm gonna be high off coke, high off Molly, high off ecstasy. People gonna shoot their protein in my face, my mouth, and everywhere else they feel like it. Then they're gonna golden shower me. You know what the freak offs consist of. You're gonna have relations with male escorts, other celebrities, up and coming celebrities, all of that shit. And she wanted to do it. That's evidence. That's in the court documents. There ain't no arguing that. So I just don't know about her not wanting to be a participant. Would you say the first 12 years she was a victim? The first 12 years she was a victim. Woo, Daniela. Again, I'm not a Diddy defender, or I'm not for him or against him. What you mean? I'm not for him or against him. As a matter of fact, be quite honest, I'm a West Coast baby, born and raised in South Central LA during the time when all that Tupac and everything jumped off. You know, I'm West Coast, you know what I mean? So I'm definitely not a Diddy defender. But I have to be real about the evidence. I mean, this ain't about whether I like Diddy or not. I'm just being fair. It's the evidence. He had all control of her money, music rights. He used her to become the monster he is today. He did have control over music rights. He signed her to a 10-album record deal, which is ridiculous. 10-album record deal. Stop it. He did have control over some things. Maybe he had control over her money too. I'm not saying he did or didn't. He definitely is a monster. I roll with you on that. He used her to become the monster he is today. I don't think it's just her. I believe that it's a lot of people. I mean, that put like this. Did y'all see that video when Diddy was talking about when Usher was a little boy and they used to fight and wrestle over the Frosting Flakes? Like, I don't know about that. Fight and wrestle over the Frosting Flakes, bro. I don't know about that. Justin Bieber, you know, look at how he is, and look at there's videos of Justin Bieber like, hey man, I was 13, 14 years old at these parties, and you know, it was going down, and you know, so I'm just like, this is something he's been doing. And I believe that a lot of people who participated actually enhanced their music career. I do. Or whatever career. Probably not just music, whatever career. Because there's some boxers that's been seen, professional boxers that's been seen at these freak offs. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, we should say, I can't believe you're saying this. I mean, again, I'm not saying I'm for or not. I'm just saying that as far as the evidence, as far as RICO and racketeering, no evidence has been presented. Is Diddy a monster? He's that and more. But I also do believe that Cassie was a willing participant. I do. I just do. I mean, it's not that I'm making it up. Shit, the evidence, I don't know. Like I said, if you're not following the case, go follow the case and look at the evidence that's been presented to the court, to the people. She made certain statements about, her liking it, wanting to come back, all type of stuff. I'm just saying, I'm not for Diddy or not. I'm just being fair when it comes to the evidence. That's all I'm on. Did you see the award show where he thanked her for helping him through that period of time? Maybe I did or not. I can't really recall that, Daniela. I'm not sure how she's chooses to dress should change or incline anyone's judgment towards her. However, I do believe she should have taken a break from anything that looks like a cucumber for men. Mental stability. Yeah. That's for a fact. But as far as the dress, I'm just saying, like, I know a lot of women that look beautiful and they're pregnant and they don't wear stuff like that to court. Like, or just not to court, just period. Like, they really have on a nice dress or gown and look beautiful, and she's pregnant. They eight and a half months pregnant, 9 months pregnant, and they look gorgeous. So I'm just saying, I just feel like there's some more like, oh, look, y'all, the belly's out. We know it's out. We know she's pregnant. Sometimes people do stuff to try to, like with Suge Knight. When Suge Knight was going to prison, when he was going through his trial, look how old he wanted to make himself look. All of a sudden, how disabled and old Suge Knight tried to come off as. Like, bro, you don't come in here with your cane and all that old shit now, Suge Knight. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, like, it's an image thing. That's all. That's the only reason why I even brought that up. That rough period, which makes her story look sketchy. I'm just saying, I'm not, like, again, for the last time, I'm not supporting, I'm not for or against. I'm just speaking on what I've seen so far, what I know so far, what I'm calculating so far. We still got a long way to go, but I'm still looking for some racketeering and some trafficking and some the other charge. All that type of stuff, it ain't really been presented. She was never a victim. She wanted Diddy to marry her. Once she realized that wasn't happening, she became a victim. You ain't lying, T. You ain't lying. Because she even said that herself. You ain't lying. See, this is what I'm saying. It's easy to be like, oh, I can't believe. But it's like, no, I'm just going off of what the court has given to the people. And if you feel like I'm lying and I'm being extra out, just do your homework. Do your homework. I don't condone none of this. But I don't condone it. I just think it's a life lesson for a lot of different people. Be careful about who you give your cookie jar to. Stop giving it to the highest bidder. Stop making it seem like it's all about a man's money. I mean, I understand he has to hold it down financially. Yes, of course, but it's really about his mind and his heart first. That's what it should be about first. That's just me. It should be about his mind and his heart first. Then comes, okay, so what else you got going on in life? But other than that, because money don't mean that you're a good person. Okay, it's people that got money that'll beat you up, put their hands on you, have you knocked off, do all type of stuff to you, mistreat you, lie to you, cheat you, steal from you, everything. It doesn't, just because you have money doesn't mean that you're a good person. And people tend to forget that. People tend to forget that. You know what I'm saying? So, that's all I'm saying. So, for anybody to take what I'm saying personal, I'm sorry you feel that way. Hey, I don't really know what to say. There was a long episode here. I don't know where you tuned in. If you tuned in from the beginning, been listening since then, you know damn well I'm not for or against. I'm just stating some facts, going over some shit. I'm not saying he's not a monster. He's not a demon and all that. I'm pretty sure he is, and I'm pretty sure he's a part of something bigger. But until the evidence comes out, until they can give us something more than some fucking baby oil and a chick that he was in a relationship with that he did take advantage of in her youth, but at the same time, there is shit for the record that shows she was a willing participant also. we cannot just sit up here and just say that she was a victim. That's all. That's it, and that's all. That's it, and that's all. That's it, and that's all. So, yeah, money doesn't define anyone's character. It better not. So, what do you think? So, what do you think about Chris Brown? You know what? I just recently found out that Chris Brown was in jail, and I'm like, damn, wait a minute. That incident that he's in jail for now, didn't that happen like 2 years ago? Like, I don't know. I got to do a little bit more homework on that one, but I do find it interesting that Chris Brown is in jail too. I mean, I don't know. Was there something that he didn't do? They want him to do, he didn't do it? I don't know. I just know how it is. I know how I get. You know, I know how it is. How I can get. You know, when they want you to be a part of something and you like nah, and you're not giving up the cheeks, male or female. Next thing you know. I mean, it's crazy, you know, how Michael Jordan's daddy got knocked down. And I mean, I could just start bringing up stuff. It's just throughout the years, you're like, damn. You're like, whoa. Like, why is this person under scrutiny all of a sudden? Like, what's up with this? You know, and when you start doing homework, you realize that there's other things going on in the background that you like, oh, they trying to get him out the way, and you start seeing why. That's it, and that's all. So again, before I close out, I ain't defending none of this shit. Like I said, I never even liked Puff Daddy, even from when I was a little kid, growing up in the 90s, listening to Tupac, and you know, when they was Hit 'Em Up came out, I thought that was one of the greatest rap disses of all time. When he came out, first off, fuck the bitch in the clip you claim. So that's me. You know what I'm saying? But so I'm not supporting nothing. I'm just saying I gotta be real about the evidence that I see thus far in front of me. And right now, I don't know. I don't know. But hey, I'm glad y'all tuned in. Thanks for tuning in to your boy tonight. It's been a long time. I'm back. I'm energized. I'm charged. Look out for my next episode. My next episode is probably going to be the Dark Side of Righteousness. Yes, sir. It's going to be called the Dark Side of Righteousness. Look out for that. That's going to be coming up. And I know you like, damn, how you going to have the Dark Side of Righteousness? Just tune in to the show, and we're going to see what I'm going to address. Because on this show, it's not about just, you know, some shows are political. Some shows is about relationships and all that. You know, on this is we cover any and everything. We address the elephants in the room. I try my best not to slip and dodge no punches. You know, that's what I'm about. That's why I slap the sense in you, because I just want to wake you up. Your pineal gland might be a little classified. So you're going to need your big brother, your little brother to help wake you up a little bit with a little smack to get you woke. Like, oh, shit, I got you, Noble. I hear you. Okay. So with that being said, I love y'all. Y'all take care of yourself. Peace and blessings. Noble Alexander is out.